Okay, so my next area of interest is the again part of the methodology is how do you drive that traffic? Because what I usually recommend my clients is if you go work with an influencer or anybody or even run an email campaign to your mailing list, be careful because if you bring them directly to your listing, they're not all qualified shoppers necessarily. So you may see a much poorer conversion rate, and therefore Amazon algorithm will think that, oh, this listing is not converting. So you lose your rank. So therefore, my recommendation is drive your external traffic first to a landing page. And then on that landing page, you can offer some kind of an incentive to make the purchase, like with a coupon or whatever. So that way, that and you build your attribution links into the landing page. And then from there, that anybody is clicking it and coming to your listing is a likely shopper who's likely to buy. So therefore, you don't hurt your conversion rate. So tell me about first your take on this approach, because we're talking external traffic in general. And second, how does that apply in the affiliate network operation?
Yeah, that's really interesting. And, it's a tough one to, get like a concrete answer on without actually running some tests on the concept. I would say in general, I like the idea because there is the risk that, you can drive unqualified traffic and have a potentially bad conversion rate. You do want to, do whatever you can to subside that. Said, adding a step to the user journey is, generally something you want to avoid. Most marketers would say, reduce friction as much as possible. Like you don't want to have an intermediary landing page because now you're doubling the length of the user journey, right? Now, when you have these other effects, like, the potential effect on organic rank, this does become more of a consideration. Would say it's worth running tests on. I would also say I haven't seen anybody actually do that in practice. I'd be very curious to hear, if you've seen somebody try that strategy out, because I have a feeling this isn't the first time you've recommended that.
No. I mean, I do. I recommend this to all my clients, and they
Okay.
all do it,
Okay.
and they do get sales. The only thing that I don't have is I don't have because you know how it is when you think that okay, let's test this. It's not like you have the exact same circumstances
Hmm.
for one test versus the
Right.
other. So I don't really have, frankly, I was too much of a coward to recommend. Just go, just drive people to your listing because the
Right.
consequences are too great. And
Yeah.
I've heard from my other guests, over the past 2 years as we record, uh, they say that we had to stop external
Mhm.
advertising. But I tell you, when without any barrier, so to speak, or a
Mhm.
qualifier, let's call it, driving direct to the listing is a good idea when you launch
Sure.
because you have no history. All you're
Mhm.
doing is
Mhm.
you're throwing everything and the kitchen sink at the listing
Yeah.
and then
Right.
drive. Then after that, you can step back and look. So that's the only time I recommend. And
Right.
so,
So now there's one thing I would add to this is that, you're again talking about sort of your own channels. So like, you have your own email list. You may not know the quality of that traffic. Anybody could sign up for your email list. You may not know how well it's going to convert. So what you're recommending actually may make more sense for that. Now, on the affiliate side of things, they live and die on the conversion rate. So first of all, if your product doesn't convert, they're not going to send traffic at all because they're not going to make any money from it. So they're going to work. They're only going to send traffic that they know is going to convert. Now, you also have the control over this stuff. Like if you have an affiliate in your program, all of a sudden they're sending thousands of clicks and it's not converting, no reason to continue that affiliate partnership. You exit the agreement with that affiliate, which you have the right to do. And so at a certain point, this becomes a non-starter conversation because, affiliates, they generally are going to send high intent traffic because they need it to be high intent. That's how they make money. So like you look at a media buyer or let's even look at a good example, buyersguide.com. They're going to put together a listicle of top 10 curling irons. And then they're going to buy Google traffic. They're going to bid on terms like, it's curling irons or curling irons. People that are searching for that product, they know that person has the intent to buy. They're going to capture that click. They're going to have that intermediary landing page. This is kind of what you're recommending from the doing it yourself perspective, except for now the affiliate's kind of bearing the risk. They know if somebody comes to their article and clicks that first, curling iron at the top of the list, it's pretty likely to convert because they have the intent to buy. And generally, that makes it so you really have to worry so much about the effect on organic rank. In fact, most folks that are doing affiliate marketing right now on Amazon are seeing a huge uplift in organic rank because they're not having to worry so much about that.
Yeah. This is okay. So really, just like being a layer between the channel and Amazon, this affiliate network being a layer, what you are saying is they already have that layer that we ourselves are creating with that landing page. So there is no need for two sets of layers. And then, but the more important that I just heard you say is they are not going to want to send traffic that's not going to convert because it's not in their best. I mean, it's not going to make them any money because they only get paid on performance, right?
Right. Exactly. So the incentives are aligned in your direction. De-risk the situation.
Yeah, I mean that makes a difference. So okay, so the methodology, if people are if they hear this conversation and say, oh, you know what, I want to do this, the methodology is very simple. Just go to the affiliate network. Don't worry about landing page. You can freely do that without a worry. And at the same time, you don't need to create attribution tags or anything as you would normally do. And just go with the affiliate network and just pick the affiliates that you want to work with, right? That's the only thing that they would need to do. And then after that, everything is reported within the network.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The one thing I would add in there, almost as a disclaimer, is, just because you invite an affiliate or, they apply to your program, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're going to promote your brand, right? Again, they need to make money. They're not going to promote every single planet or every single product under the sun. So in some ways, you still do have to make a compelling case, whether that's with, a high commission or maybe sometimes sending free product or offering a deal